Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, Technical Trader at thetechtrader.com, and it's Tuesday, the 15th of January. These are the charts of the day, and a lot of good ones. The market made a new 5-year S&P high today. The Nasdaq is trailing. Apple is looking quite soft, and although there may be a low in this zone, we'll have to see. But more importantly, I'm going to cover the long side because there's still a lot of good-looking stuff. For example, Arena Pharmaceuticals. Now, we've been following this for months, especially after the big run-up in April, May, June. And then 6 months of consolidation later, the stock popped a week and a half ago, consolidated for a week. Yesterday followed through, and today jumped another 6%. 28 million shares traded on the stock today. It looks like it's headed towards 12. AARS had a significant price volume surge today. The volume was second best in months, 712,000 shares, up 8%, $1.22. And you can see going on a longer term time frame, top of the channel's been taken out. Now that's the longer term channel. The short term channel has reached the top of the shorter term 4-month channel. If we should accelerate here, there's a possibility we could see 19 and a half. But let's look to see if we get some kind of consolidation intra-op, or if it does follow through, how far it goes. BSX. Now that's Boston Scientific. Beautiful base formed over the last 7 or 8 months, and you can see how when it did break out here, it just kept going almost every day for the last 2 weeks. Going through secondary resistance today on 35 million shares. Stock was up another 3% today. That's the highest level it's reached since September of 2011, about a year and a half almost. So a big base can support another strong move, and then my near-term target is 690, followed by secondary target up around the 7.75 level. So those are the levels we'll be looking at going forward. Celsius, loving the way this looks. Although we have had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move, the 6th wave here, or ascending coil, was broken out yesterday and a bit of a follow through today. Only up 30 cents at 3.3%, but 2.3 million, pretty good volume. And if it does what I think it can, I'm looking for 11 short term. EGHT up 34 cents or 4.5% on a million shares today. Best volume in a couple weeks. Looks like we're headed for at least 8.815 here short term. Secondary target around 8.5 or more. If the top of this channel gets taken out, it could accelerate towards 10. Big day for ENOC. If we look at the overall pattern, it looks like a left shoulder, head, right shoulder, big combination pattern over 18 months. But key is that lateral price resistance was taken out today, and the secondary minor resistance was tagged at around 1589. Did close strong, 1576 up 320 or 25.5% on 3 million shares. So best volume in a year and a half, and the best price action as well. So look for more upside here. Immediate target would be around 17 and a half zone, and we'll see what happens beyond that. Secondary target 20. HIMX, or HIMX Technologies. The longer term pattern, you can see that lateral resistance was broken at the end of November. It flagged for a month. It broke out right at the end of the year. Flagged, popped again. My near-term target was 3.25, but I think we're going to head towards 3.75, 4. NPEL in a beautiful uptrend for the last 6 or 7 months has taken out double top here, then flagged above it, right in here, and ran up to resistance and flagged for another week. Today it popped 64 cents at 3.3%, 8.75 million shares, best volume in 2 weeks, and if it gets through here, which is the top of this channel, it may accelerate towards the low to mid 20s. ORX, the diet drugs are moving again. OREX took out the October high today and closed above it. I'm looking for a retest of the 773 level hit back in July. And on a long-term basis, should that be taken out, you can see the beautiful long-term channel that calls for 11. PDFS, one of our top 25 stocks and a beautiful rising channel, took out a key significant coiling type consolidation over the last 3 months last week, and then yesterday did back off. But look, it came right back to close near the 16, 10, 15 resistance level. And on a long-term basis, if that's taken out, I'm looking for this to get up towards 2022. RKUS, a new recent IPO, ran up in December, consolidated, ran up at the very end of the year, and then consolidated the early part of this month before today popping 250 with 11.5%, more than 1 million traded. And it's a new post IPO high. Could be headed quickly for about 26.5, 7. Seattle Genetics back up to the September high today and lateral resistance. But on a long-term basis, the channel looks so good, I'd be looking for close to 32.3 short-term. Sangamo Electric, Sangamo Bioscience broke out across key resistance today and has been spiking the last 2 sessions on big volume. May have difficulty getting through 9.25. That's my near-term target, but look for some pullback entry op consolidation. On a longer-term basis, SGMO, if it gets to that 9.75 level, you can see key multi-year resistance. We could see the stock in the mid-teens. Centaurus, one of my top stocks for the year and a top 25 stock, really looking good and broke out today with a pop of $1.24, 11%, 4.75 million, the biggest volume in many months. Matter of fact, the biggest volume in many years. So this looks good, although it did get to the top of the channel at 13 and backed up 12.52. Still a hefty gain on good volume. We'll see if we get a follow through. TA Travel Centers of America. Nice head and shoulders in here. Ran up in a nice 5-wave advance, pulled back down, consolidated in a year-long declining tops line, but broke through that this week and actually went through quadruple top or triple top resistance today. I believe it may be headed for as high as 6.75, 6.90 range short term. XXIA is running and broke through key resistance yesterday. Followed through with a gain of $1.50 or almost 8% today on 2.75 million shares. The momentum is strong. It's overbought short term, but the long-term channel says we could reach mid-20s before this advance is over. And lastly is ZQK, which has had a big run of late and has moved from 330 to 620, nearly doubling. And there's key overhead resistance here, but momentum and volume is so strong, you may see this get to 7 short term. And that's it for today. That was a hell of a bunch of ideas for you, huh? HB out.